Overseas, U.S. President Barack Obama has urged President Vladimir Putin to seek a diplomatic solution to the crisis in Ukraine in a lengthy telephone conversation. The Russian leader told Obama that ties between their two countries should not suffer because of disagreements over Ukraine.
Now, Russian troops have taken de facto control of Crimea. U.S. President Barack Obama has ordered the freezing of U.S. assets and a ban on travel into the United States of those involved in the Russian military intervention into Ukraine's Crimea region.
Obama signed an executive order aimed at punishing those Russians and Ukrainians responsible for the Russian move into Crimea, which has triggered the worst crisis in U.S.-Russian relations since the end of the Cold War.
Since the Russian intervention, we've been mobilizing the international community to condemn this violation of international law and to support the people and government of Ukraine. This morning, I signed an executive order that authorizes sanctions on individuals and entities responsible for violating the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine or for stealing the assets of the Ukrainian people. According to my guidance, the State Department has also put in place restrictions on the travel of certain individuals and officials. These decisions continue our efforts to impose a cost on Russia and those responsible for the situation in Crimea. And they also give us the flexibility to adjust our response going forward based on Russia's actions.
Crimean residents welcome the decision to push forward the referendum on the status of their republic, saying they deserve the right to express their will. Crimea's parliament voted to join Russia, and its Moscow-backed government set a referendum within 10 days on the decision in a dramatic escalation of the crisis over the Ukrainian Black Sea Peninsula.
I think referendum will take place as planned. We hope so at least. As you can see, Crimea is the only part of Ukraine where everything is calm, where there are no clashes with police, where nobody takes over administration buildings. I don't want to be a big pessimist, but we don't want another mass grave here.
Yeah, I support the referendum, but I haven't made up my mind regarding what I am going to vote for.
Leading Ukrainian politician Yulia Tymoshenko called for Europe to take strong action over Crimea's attempt to join Russia, warning that otherwise Moscow would move to take over the rest of Ukraine and destabilize the continent. Joining Tymoshenko at a news conference in Ireland, professional boxer turned Ukrainian leading opposition politician Vitaly Klitschko said he was hopeful for the future of his homeland.
Several weeks ago, nobody would have believed that today I would be able to be with you. I didn't know if I would be alive at this time. I have good news for the whole world. In Ukraine, the dictatorship has fallen. If we allow Russia on March 16 to hold a referendum at gunpoint on the annexation of Crimea, we will lose Ukraine. We will lose not only Ukraine, but stability in the whole world.
Але ми втратимо не тільки Україну, ми втратимо ще стабільність в усьому світі.
We are European geographically, historically and mentally also European. Unfortunately, we are far away from European standards of living. Despite all of that, we are hopeful that we want to become a part of Europe. One can hardly imagine that this is happening in Europe. An armed conflict among neighbors can take place. You need your neighbors to support you, not to fight against.
Zum Unterstützung und Rat, aber nicht zum Kampf.
Yesterday, Ukrainian TV channel 1+1 was taken off air in Crimea. A presenter at the channel, Lydia Taran, said that TV reporters at channel 1+1 had been attacked while reporting in Crimea. Pro-Moscow activists tried to storm the Ukraine Security Service building in the eastern Ukrainian city of Donetsk. The protesters were trying to free the city's self-proclaimed pro-Russian governor, Pavel Gobarev, who was arrested on Wednesday by Ukraine's security service. Scuffles broke out between the protesters and police wearing riot gear and holding shields, who managed to disperse the crowds. There were no reports of any arrests.